Hello, I'm going live. I am live on Facebook. I have Instagram. We have TikTok. Woo! I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes to jump on. We are here. I'm just setting everything up over here. We are here for Mega Money Monday, which we go live the first Monday of every month to answer your most burning money questions, to offer free financial coaching, to give you all the little nuggets of wisdom. And I like to go live on all the platforms. If you guys are here watching on TikTok, I love you. There are always so many trolls on TikTok though, so I do not respond to comments here. So if you have any questions you want to ask and you want them answered on the live, you can just pop over into our Facebook group. You can search Master Your Money and Build a Bank Account That Never Stops Growing. Or you can pop over to our Instagram and watch there, and you can post your question there, and I will do my best to get back to as many of them as possible. Looks like we have some people joining. Amazing. Okay, so again, guys, we are live for Mega Money Mondays here, and I am live on multiple platforms. So if you see me not looking at you, I am looking at someone else. Hello. Okay, perfect. So again, we're live for Mega Money Mondays, where I answer your most burning financial questions. So if you have questions, again, you can pop them in the Facebook group or on the Instagram live here. Before we get into the questions, I wanted to reintroduce myself because I know there are so many new members to our community. And I also wanted to give you the inside scoop to a new No Budget Babe announcement, and I'm so freaking excited to talk about this. Okay, so hello babes, I am Nicole Victoria, your 7-figure mentor, here to teach you about all things money, all right? I'm a CEO, money coach, and financial literacy advocate with a specialization in helping people in their 20s and 30s master their money and build bank accounts that never stop growing. I have been where you probably are right now, okay? Saddled with massive student loans, no money in savings, thinking that I did everything that I was supposed to do to get ahead, like go to university, get that corporate job, but then I still wasn't able to get ahead. I was still feeling stuck. I was still feeling broken. I'm like, hey, I did all of the things. Where's all of the wealth and all of the happiness that I was supposed to have? I desperately wanted to buy a home. I desperately wanted to be able to pay for my wedding, to be able to have kids, but I couldn't figure out how to do it financially, even though I was making more money than I ever had before, okay? And this didn't make any sense to me. And I was looking at the people that had promotions, and I was like, okay, well, like maybe I just need to make more money. Maybe I just need to get into their shoes, and then I'll be able to actually get ahead. And then I started looking at these people that had the jobs that I would move into, and I was like, well, they don't have these things either, and they're unhappy, and they're still stressed, and so I'm like, there has to be another way. So I went back, I got to work, I learned everything I could about personal finance, about money, about investing, about real estate, and then I turned my entire situation around. Okay, so since then, I've paid off $40,000 of debt in 18 months. I saved my first $100,000 by 25. I paid for my wedding in cash. I grew a net worth to $500,000 using stocks and real estate that has now grown to over $1 million at 30 years old. And for those of you who are like, bullshit, because I get this a lot because I'm a young female who has had a lot of financial success and has been a savant with real estate and with investing. We just had a feature come out in Business Insider where they go through all of your investment statements, your debt payoff statements, all of the things, all of the bank accounts, and they verify everything that they are posting. So they just did a feature on me, which is, how I became a millionaire at 30 years old. So if you guys have not seen that yet, we actually did a couple posts about it, so you can check that out as well. I have built 6-figure stock market investments. I've built a 7-figure business from scratch. I have worked on thousands of real estate deals as a top broker. I made $150,000 off of my first property flip, and I'm in a position to make multiple 6 figures off of my second. So suffice it to say, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to making money and getting your money working for you. And again, like I said before, I actually just had an amazing feature come out about me in Business Insider where it talks about, some of my tips for people looking to build wealth and change their lives. Because the thing is, babes, a lot of us believe that where we came from needs to dictate where we can go. okay? That our current economic status is the one we'll be in forever. That we don't really have a choice in the matter. And if we do, that the growth needs to be really, really, really freaking hard. And I will tell you this, money is whatever you believe it to be. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Money is whatever you believe it to be. If you believe that money is hard, it will be. But if you believe that money gets to be easy, your brain will seek out all of the ways to confirm that truth. And therefore, it will become easy to you. The method I use to start changing my life is our signature program, the Making Money Moves method, where we teach you all of the shit that you should have been taught in school. Things like how to manage your money without a budget, how to pay off debt, how to save more, how to make more, how to start investing, like all of the things. And we have now helped tens of thousands of students with our methods, and they've had incredible life-changing results. Results like paying off their debt in half the time they thought possible. Results like, starting investing and maxing out their accounts, negotiating big baller raises, building a credit score in the high 700s and 800s, and even locking in their millionaire status in their 20s based on their investments. And that is just to name a few, okay? Our students do incredible things. If you're new here and you're watching this, maybe you're like, you know what, Nicole, I'm not ready to jump into like a paid program or anything like that. It's an intensive coaching program, but I want to get started on my journey. Don't worry, I have you covered, okay? We currently have 3 freebies. We have 3 freebies, okay? We have 2 free courses and a free ebook. That in and of themselves can stand toe-to-toe with our paid content. So our goal is always to provide massive value and a ton of easy ways for you to get started. We have hours of video content on Instagram, on our story highlights. We have hours of video content on TikTok. We have so much content and value available for you guys, for you to go and get started. Okay, and if you consumed all of the freebies and you're like, Nicole, I want to continue leveling up, that's when we have our paid programs. That's when we have our coaching program where you get to work with me for 3 months personally. Where we have self-study programs, we have other ebooks and other mini courses and whatever it is. We have a ton of resources available to meet you where you are at. So if you're watching this and you're like, I want to get started, check out our website. The link is in our bio. This is also where my new announcement comes in, and I'm so freaking excited to let you guys know about this. It is a new freebie. We're going to be announcing it for real, or like having the real announcement later on this month. And that is going to help lead into our newest program. So we're also launching a new program. And this new program is going to be step 2 of getting your financial shit together. So the program that we have right now, the coaching program, the Making Money Moves method, is incredible, and it is step 1, and it teaches you all of the things that you need to know to get started, to build that credit score, to pay off that debt, to master your money, to start investing. But then step 2 is how do we build out those multiple streams of income? Now that we are doing really, really good at saving and we're building that fat bank account, how do we start getting our money working for us? How do we build passive income? How do we get to a place where we no longer have to trade time for money, where our money just works for us? So we want to learn about those 7 streams of income that the average millionaire has, okay? And that is what I'm going to talk about in our newest freebie as well. So did you realize that the average millionaire has 7 streams of income? Okay, the average millionaire has 7 streams of income, but the average American has 1, all right? The wealthy don't work for every dollar they have. They put their money to work because money is the best worker. If you want to learn how to make money while you sleep and create multiple streams of income, then make sure you turn on post notifications and story notifications for us, because you don't want to miss our newest releases. You haven't seen anything like this. There hasn't been anything like this release that I have seen, and it is literally going to change your freaking life. Okay? So I wanted to get into a couple of questions here, and then I will start taking questions from you guys here on Instagram and on Facebook. One question I want to address right out the gate is one that we've been getting on our application calls. So these are calls that members of our community are having with our intake managers when they are being, when we're determining their suitability for our programs. So we have these calls because we want to make sure that what we're recommending to you is like the best fit for you. okay? The best fit for you personally in your journey. And we want to ensure that if you're coming into our program, you are going to get massive life-changing results. So we don't offer a spot to everyone who applies. In fact, we actually deny a lot more people than we accept. Why? Because it's not good for us or for you if we admit you into our program and you don't have massive life-changing results, okay? We don't want to bring you into the program if you're not the perfect fit, if this isn't the next best step for you. We do our very best, even if it's not with us, to try to point you in the right direction of what those next steps should be, okay? So the question becomes, and one that we get a lot is, what is your success rate? How many people take your program and are successful and change their lives? But the thing is, with a program like this, it's impossible to track those numbers because success in a rich life looks different to everyone. So while success may be finally paying off your credit card bill, success to another student may be achieving early retirement. Maybe success is feeling worthy and so good about yourself that you're no longer making impulse purchases to fill like a perceived void that you have in your life. Maybe success is getting on the same page as your partner financially and working towards a shared goal. So not every goal is going to be quantifiable and not every goal is the same. So it makes it difficult to track those kind of things. Additionally, we can't guarantee results, okay? But we can guarantee the process. What do I mean by that? I can guarantee that our process has helped over 50,000 people change their lives. I can guarantee that when you show up for yourself, when you commit to the process and you immerse yourself into the program, you will see results. But I cannot guarantee that every person will get results because I cannot guarantee their effort. Okay, I cannot guarantee their effort. If you sign up for the program and you phone it in, you don't do the homework, you don't show up to the calls, are you gonna see results? No, right? This process works. It's been proven tens of thousands of times over, but you need to show up for yourself and do the work. And if you're looking for an easy out, if you're looking for, okay, I'm just gonna sign up for this and everything's gonna magically change, like there's no magic pill. There's no magic pill, right? You need to show up and do the work. It gets to be easy when you have the roadmap to success, but you still need to show up for yourself, okay? So what I can say is that 100% of the people who do the work, who commit to the process, who show up and enact the changes in their lives will get results. And I can say that the majority of our students who come into the program and commit themselves to the process make the investment back that they made into the program, the majority of them in the first 30 days. How? By finding lost money and redirecting that money towards their goals. By learning how to negotiate and save tens of thousands of dollars a year on things they were already paying for without changing their lifestyle. By learning how to negotiate their salary and getting big baller raises and bonuses and learning what to do with that money to really help them get towards their goals. By learning how to invest and locking in their millionaire status in their 20s, okay? With the tips and the tools and the strategies that I teach, our goal is for you to make your investment back thousands of times over in your lifetime. So again, like I said, money really does get to be easy when you have the roadmap to success, okay? Money gets to be easy when you have the roadmap to success, and I am here to help you build out that roadmap. All right, so that was my little welcome to my TED Talk for this long weekend. I know a lot of you are in the States right now and you're probably celebrating the 4th of July, and I'm like, maybe this wasn't the best Monday to hop on here because you all are probably at your pool having a drink, right? You're like, I don't care about money today, Nicole. But if you do, I am here to answer some questions. I have some questions that I pulled from the Facebook group that I'm going to jump into, but if you guys have questions, again, start posting them in the Instagram chat here and on Facebook. Okay, so a question that I get all of the time, like all of the freaking time, you guys are like, Nicole, should I use Acorns to invest? Okay, for those of you who are like, what the fuck is Acorns? Acorns is an app that rounds up your purchases and saves and invests the additional money. So like imagine you made a purchase for like $4.50, then the app would round that purchase up to $5 and take that 50 cents and then like save it and invest it for you. So overall, from the outside, when you look at it, you're like, okay, this can be like a really fun and easy way to save some extra cash and invest it. And I can see the appeal from the outside, okay? I can see the appeal from the outside. However, I don't really like it for a few reasons, so let's get into them. To me, okay, it actually reinforces the idea that saving and investing is something that we don't want to do. So we have to trick ourselves into doing it, right? It's like, oh, I don't actually want to like be intentional, work towards my goals. I'm just going to like hope, wish, and pray that, you know, money comes off of what I was already spending and it just goes somewhere and someone does it for me because I don't even want to think about it. There is no intentionality behind this saving or investing strategy, okay? It's just, again, a hope, wish, and pray approach. We need to be intentional. We need to be intentional in saving and investing for our goals and intentional about the investments that we choose for our goals. And this doesn't do that. Not every investment is right for every person, and not every investment is right for every goal, okay? We need to be reverse engineering our goals, all right, and saving and investing for them with a plan, all right? Not a hope and pray, you know, one day I'll look at this account and maybe I'll have some money and I can use that towards my goals. Like, no, we don't want to be doing that. We want to be intentional. We want to reverse engineer our goals because remember, if you fail to plan, you should plan to fail, all right? Saving and investing money is not depriving yourself. You are not going without by saving money. You are working towards your life goals. We need to change our mindset there, right? If you still believe that when you are saving money, you are depriving yourself, then you are not in alignment with your values. You are not in alignment with your goals, right? And we need to change that mindset or you will never be successful financially, okay? And that is just the hard, God's honest truth, okay? That is just it. When we are in the mindset that saving sucks, we don't want to do it, all right? If saving and working towards our goals is fun, then we don't need a Roundup app to do the work for us. And if you're like, well, Nicole, I really like the automation to it, you can automate your savings and investments, and I highly recommend doing that so that you take your brain out of it, right? You're intentional, you set up your plan, you're like, this is how I'm going to invest, this is how I'm going to save, this is the goal I'm saving for, I've worked backwards, I know what I need to do today, tomorrow, next week, whatever, and you have it all set up, then you automate it. So as soon as that money hits your bank account when you get paid, it comes out, it goes into your savings goal. That money comes out and it goes into your investments. And you don't have to think about it anymore. And this prevents you from self-sabotaging. So yes, I love automation, but when there is intentionality behind it and when you have reverse engineered your goals and you have a solid plan set up, okay? If you're like, but Nicole, I think it's really fun just for some extra cash, like, I don't hate it for that, okay? If you're like, Nicole, you know, I don't even really think about it. Sometimes I'll go and look at this account and then like, I've got $100 and like, I'll go for dinner. Cool, like that's fun, right? Or like, oh, Nicole, I had some money in there. Like we were going on vacation and I had saved intentionally for this vacation. And I looked in this account and I had some extra money and I was like, great, I'm gonna do an extra excursion now. Like one that I didn't plan on doing before, but now I'm going to do it. Because I have this extra money. I mean, found money is always fun money, so that's fine. I don't see a problem with it that way. However, again, make sure that you are being intentional with your goals. I don't know how to I appreciate you. I don't know how to make you a moderator on TikTok, and I don't want to look over there if there's mean comments and if somebody's saying some racist stuff, that's hilarious, which is really fun to me, but I don't even want to look. Guys, I can't. With my like ADD, if I look, I won't be able to like stay on track here, so I'm sorry, I cannot. In the future, if you guys are available, want to be a moderator on TikTok, this is why I don't even look at the comments, because I can't with the people that are on there. And it's just really sad, guys, when there are people on here trying to share knowledge and to, you know, share massive value and to help change lives, and then we just get these trolls. And you know, before it used to really upset me. It honestly used to really upset me. And I would take things personally. And I think, you know, a lot of times we'll see creators and we're like, oh, whatever, they're just like this person. And you can say whatever to them and it doesn't bother them. I've gotten to a place now where I can separate myself from it. But when I first started, I have to say that the way that some people feel that it's it's acceptable to speak to other people. It just blows my fucking mind. And again, like I said, at first I was like really angry about it. But now I've gotten to a place where I just feel like really sad for these people. Like I feel really, really sad for them. Like what has happened to you in your life where you're literally spending your time going onto somebody's platform where they're providing value and they're helping people, and you're just like spreading negativity, and like you're actually taking like hours of your life, like your limited life, right? We only have so many hours in a lifetime, and you're using those limited hours to spend on just like saying really mean, like, I don't know what that says about you. And I feel sorry for you, and I really hope that you get like the mental help that you deserve, because that's not okay. Okay, moving on from that. Again, sorry guys, this is why I don't look at comments from TikTok while I am live. There's like a comment filter. I've tried to go on and think about all of the disgusting things that people could say and like filter them out, which is also kind of like a process in and of itself, where you're just like, this is just like really horrible that somebody would have to go through here and think about like all of the mean things or disgusting things or racist things or whatever that somebody could say and post on there. But anyways, I'm going to digress. I'm going to get back to this. And let's get into the next question. So I pulled this one from our Facebook group as well. And it is somebody who is asking, why do you call yourself the No Budget Babe? And I actually get this question a lot. And it really leads back into the fact that I don't believe in budgets. I think that budgets are bullshit, okay? My leading philosophy that I teach in the Making Money Moves method in our programs to our students, and what separates me from every other coach that I have seen, is my belief that budgets don't work, okay? And I am a very data-driven person, so I don't go about this statement lightly, all right? I don't go about this statement lightly. Studies have shown that time and time again, budgets do not work long-term. So I believe that budgets are the diets of the financial industry, okay? Nobody likes a fucking diet. Nobody likes a diet. You may get short-term results, but you are going to feel deprived, you're going to feel restricted, and that leads you to binging in the long term, and then you feel like crap about yourself, so you budget or diet again, right? And it becomes this vicious cycle of like budgeting and dieting and then overspending and over-consuming, and then this, it doesn't work, okay? Studies show that, the first month you can do well, the second month you can do okay, but by the third month, most people will drop off. And I always get somebody being like, I love my budget and it's the only thing that keeps me sane. And if you love your budget, by all means, but it doesn't work, and studies show that it doesn't work for the majority of people. So if it works for you, hey, personal finance is personal, and that is amazing that you have found something that works for you personally. However, again, for the majority of people, studies have shown that this actually does not work long term, and it is more conducive to a diet than anything else. We like to think of a budget as like this magic pill, right? I just need to make a budget and then everything will be better. And this over-reliance on a budget as the solution to all of your problems is what is keeping you broke. Again, we like to think it's this magic pill. So if you're struggling with finance and you ask anyone what to do, they're going to be like, but have you made a budget? Like, thanks, Brenda, I know how much money I'm spending. That's not the fucking problem, okay? Budgets are an externally imposed solution to an internal problem. So you know what you need to do. You guys watching this, you know what you need to do on some level, right? You know you should be spending less. You know you should be saving more. You know you shouldn't buy that shit off Amazon that you don't actually need. But you're still doing it, okay? A budget doesn't change that. A budget is an externally imposed solution to an internal problem. You have to want to change. But how do you want to change? We have to address the psychology. We have to address the mindset. And this is where my process and my program differs. We don't get into the tactic until we've mastered the behavior and the mindset piece. Why? Because you need to build your foundation. You need to want to do those things. But how do you do that? By changing the way that you think about what you are doing. 80% of people claim to keep a budget, but 79% don't stick to it. It's just this thing that makes you feel like crap about yourself, which keeps you in a fixed mindset and stops you from being successful, okay? When you're not successful in the budget, it like reinforces this belief that you suck with money and that you'll never be good financially, and then, oh well, who fucking cares? I'm not even going to bother trying to do this anymore. Why would I do this when I'm not good with money, right? It reinforces that negative fixed mindset, that scarcity mindset. Again, you know, most wealthy people actually don't keep budgets, right? Most wealthy people do not keep budgets because the thing is, again, personal finance is 80% mindset and behavior and only 20% tactics. So if you are spending all of your time learning only the tactic and not addressing the mindset, and you're wondering why you're stuck, you're wondering why it still feels hard, you're wondering why you're not actually getting ahead, I can guarantee you that it's the behavior and the mindset piece that you have not paid attention to, and that's why you are still stuck. If you're watching this and you're like, oh my God, how do I know more about like this process, the mindset part, the psychology part? If you go over to our link in bio on our freebies page, okay, so we have a program called From Broke to Ballin'. It is 100% free, and it goes through this process in more detail. It talks more about, you know, changing your mindset. It talks more about self-sabotage and goal setting and values and all of those kind of things. It deep dive into your financials and investing and all of that. And I think it's like maybe an hour and a half. It's incredible. So you can go and sign up for that for free on our website through the link in our bio. Okay, let me check in here and see if there are any questions that I can get to. Oh my God, I keep pushing all of these buttons. How to get asked for a raise. I can go over some negotiation tips for you guys in a minute. Shara says, I'm saving money and I have no debt, but I don't know at all where to invest and I'm lost with it. Do you think your program would help me? 100%, 100%. So we also have, like I said, another program that we are going to be releasing in addition to another freebie. The freebie comes at the end of this month, and I think we're launching the program next month. However, if you sign up for our Making Money Moves Method coaching program right now and you hop on a call with one of our intake managers and they determine, hey, this program probably isn't the best fit for you because maybe you've mastered some of this stuff, like you're doing really good at saving, you've built up this big account, you're doing X, Y, and Z, you have the mindset, you have no debt, all of these things, they may recommend to you the other program and they may be able to get you into that early. So the best thing that I would say to you is I can't tell you exactly, you know, about your situation on the live here because there's so many questions that we'd want to go through. But my best advice would be apply for the coaching program, hop on a call with the intake manager, and they will be able to direct you into what would be the best fit for you personally. Okay, I am just... So the freebies aren't just a Word file, they are videos too. No, they're not just a Word file. So our freebies, we have, like I said, 2 courses and 1 ebook. So the ebook is the PDF. It is the 5-step process that I took to pay off $40,000 of debt in 18 months and build a $500,000 net worth in my 20s. From Broke to Ballin' is very similar to the Making Money Moves method, the ebook. But it's a video format and there is some more information in there as well. So it's a similar process, but going into a little bit more detail about the mindset, the self-sabotage, all of that kind of stuff, in addition to some extra tidbits and tips about how I made $150K in real estate and what I did for that and all of that fun stuff as well. And then we have another freebie called 30 Days to 100K. Again, you can sign up for that on our website. It is 3 videos. The first day teaches you how, like, what you can negotiate, how to save massive money. We're trying to help you save $1,000 a month. The next day is some money rules, and then the third day is how to start investing. So my goal with this is you're gonna have 30 days of actionable steps to put you in the best position to start saving that first $100,000 bank account. So the first 100K is actually the hardest. This is because you need to get down the behaviors, you need to get down the mindset to building wealth. You need to start learning how to invest, and compound interest needs to start working for you. But once you build that first $100,000, the next $100,000 and the next $100,000, like that is all exponential. So that's why this program, we created this freebie of, you know, some simple steps that you can take to start building your first 6-figure bank account. Okay. You must be clicking something wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure. So if you go into the freebies one, and then there's 3 options there that you can sign up for. And then when we launch our new freebie, it's going to be called How the Rich Get Rich. Yay, talking about building out multiple streams of income. We're going to be launching that at the end of the month. So I know we had some questions about, negotiation. So let's talk a little bit about negotiating. So I am a certified negotiations expert. I've done additional trainings to become certified. I have worked on thousands of real estate deals and worked as a master negotiator for my clients in either like the buyer or the seller position, really helping them maximize whatever their goal was. In addition to that, I have helped all of our students through our scripts and our tools and our strategies negotiate raises, negotiate huge bonuses, negotiate their bills, all of that stuff. And I think, I have some tips overall, but what I would say is, negotiation really is one of my, like my secret sauce a little bit, so to speak, right? Because I love ways that we can save money without having to give up stuff that we love. And, without saving money by not changing our lifestyle. You still get to live the same way, but you just actually get to have more money in your pocket. And that is my absolute favorite way to save money. So, top tips from the negotiation queen. Stop being scared and just do it. A lot of people don't negotiate because they're scared of what the outcome is going to be, but you have to ask yourself, what's the worst case scenario? If you negotiate right now and it doesn't go well and you don't get what you were looking for, what's the worst case scenario? That you are just back where you already are right now? If the worst case scenario is you being where you are right now, then what's the problem, right? Get out there and do the damn thing. Again, your worst case scenario is likely not even half as bad as what you're making it out in your head to be. And a lot of times we believe that negotiation is an argument and we are arguing or something like that. And if you are arguing when you're negotiating, you are doing it wrong, okay? And negotiation is the opportunity for 2 parties to have a mutually beneficial agreement, to come to a yes together. If you are arguing, you are doing it wrong. It is not a battle, okay? A strategy that you can use when you're negotiating is to be inquisitive. One of my mentors talked to me about this, and I think this was the best piece of advice he ever gave me, was when you're negotiating with someone, truly be inquisitive. Ask questions. Try to discover why, okay? We don't need to be argumentative. We don't need to be jumping down somebody's throat. We need to just figure out why they're saying what they're saying. Question it, okay? Remember that you win more flies with honey. You also want to come prepared with information. So the person with more information has a leg up. The person with more information has a leg up. Make sure you are armed with as much information as possible. You need to practice, right? So that you are confident. All right. We actually give specific scripts to our students and exactly what you need to say, exactly what you need to do. Our students literally they just read from this book. They call up their insurance provider. They call up their cell phone provider. They start the negotiations with their boss. And they're literally reading off of the scripts that I have written. But they need to practice that first, okay? If you get a no in a negotiation, sorry guys, I can't breathe. I've been talking for so long now. If you get a no in a negotiation, that just means that you haven't found the parameters to come to a yes yet, okay? Keep going. No doesn't mean no. No just means you haven't found the parameters to get to a yes. Remember, we are looking to come to a mutually beneficial agreement for 2 parties. So if you're not coming to a yes, ask the other person, what can I do to get you to a yes today? What can I do to get you to a yes today? Okay. Those are some super simple tips. So I would say that's a really, really great place to start. And we talk about negotiation and teach negotiation in the pre-work for our program to make sure that our students are making as much money as possible, maximizing how much money they are making for every hour of their life they are trading, and then paying as less as possible, as least as possible, whatever, for the things that they are already using, like their insurance and their cell phone bills and their internet and their cable and all of the things, okay? So, I'm going to do one more question on here, guys, and then we're probably going to cut it short today because I I think a lot of you just want to celebrate the 4th of July and get back out there to your nice weather and your pool. And I know even one of our intake managers, Taylor, she was like, I'm going to take part of the morning off. I have calls in the afternoon and I'm going to take some time and I'm going to have, people over for a pool party and blah, blah. I'm like, all right, girl, you do you. I wish we were that open down here, but slowly as the vaccine rates are rising, right? Maybe we'll open soon here in Ontario. Okay, another question that I get a lot is the best way to get into the stock market as a beginner. How do I start investing? Nicole, everyone tells me to invest. Everyone tells me to grow my money, get my money working for me, but what does that actually mean? So it is so much easier than you think, guys. It is so much easier than you think. I know it seems like super scary from the outside, but it is so much easier than you think to get started. We can talk about the process, okay, today here. However, what I would say to you is it's important for you to understand not only like the tactic and the you do this, then you do this, then you do this, but you also need to understand market psychology, okay? And this is coming back to my whole thing about psychology and behavior and that runs everything. Most investors do the wrong thing when it comes to investing, and that's why they lose money. Okay, most investors will see a hot stock like Tesla, right? And they're like, oh my God, Tesla is going to the moon. I need to like jump in and put all my money in this stock. So I'm just like, it's gonna go up forever. And they get FOMO, right? They get FOMO. If I don't put all of my money into this right now, I'm gonna miss out. So they dump all of their money in, okay? They buy high, and then the price goes down, right? And then they freak out, and then they sell low. You're supposed to buy low and sell high. Most people are buying high and selling low. That is the exact opposite of what we are supposed to do when we invest, okay? So we need to understand how to properly diversify, okay? How to properly diversify so all of our eggs are in one basket. We need to understand market psychology. We need to understand, things like dollar cost averaging and the different kinds of strategies that you can use to protect yourself. Because rule number 1 for me in investing is don't lose money. So everything that I teach to you guys is going to be with that in mind. I don't want you to lose money. So listen to me when I'm telling you that there are, some things that you need to learn because we don't want to lose money. However, if you follow these simple processes and these simple steps, it's going to be really, really, really freaking hard for you to lose money, okay? When you don't put all of your eggs in one basket and you dollar cost average and you diversify properly and you whatever, like losing money is going to be very difficult for you to achieve, all right? So let's talk a little bit about the process, step by step, what is it that you are supposed to do from a tactical perspective? So I want you to think about the stock market like a hot invite-only club, okay? The stock market is a hot invite-only club, and you need a connection to get in. You can't just go to the stock market, okay? You need a connection. The connection is your brokerage, okay? The connection is the brokerage. So something like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Vanguard, TD Ameritrade, Wealthsimple, any of those, right? Those brokerages give you access to the stock market, okay? So you need to pick a brokerage. Which brokerage you pick depends on the kind of support that you want, okay? Do you want somebody to help you? Do you want a financial advisor to help you? Understand that they're gonna cost more money, okay? Do you want a robo-advisor, which is like a financial advisor, but literally a robot, okay? They can do the same thing that the financial advisor can do, but it's cheaper. Or you can do it yourself, okay, for even less money. So you want to understand who you are as an investor, how much help you actually need. And I want you to also understand that the value a financial advisor brings to you is not in creating you a better portfolio than what you could create on your own, right? Stock pickers lose money. The majority of actively managed funds, meaning funds that are managed by, a guy that somebody's picking for you, like a mutual fund, they don't beat the market, okay? And they don't beat the market consistently. I think it's like 95 to 97% do not beat the market. So they're not like choosing you a better portfolio than what you could do on your own. Their value is in managing your emotions. Their value is in managing your emotions. So if you are someone who's gonna buy high and sell low, then you should probably get help from a financial advisor so they can be like, no, don't do that. Like we don't want to do that. They can be that little step in between you and making bad decisions, okay? But if you're like, hey, I understand market psychology, I can control my emotions, I know who I am as an investor, I have all of my other shit set up, whereas I have my emergency fund and I don't need this money for the next 5 years and I know what I'm doing here, then maybe you don't need the financial advisor and you don't need to spend that money. And you may be like, well, Nicole, it's only like, 2% fee for a financial advisor. Understand that they take that fee whether or not you make money. So if your investments lose money that year, you're still paying them, so now you've lost even more money. And there was a study done, and I cannot remember, so don't quote me on this, but basically it says that even a 1% difference in fees, okay, a 1% difference in fees can mean 10 years less in retirement income, okay? Think of it this way, if the average return that you're getting in your portfolio is 7%, but you're paying 2% in fees, your average return is actually only 5%. Okay, versus if you were to invest on your own, maybe you're only paying like 0.04%, okay, like half of a percent. It makes a big difference over the length of your investments, okay? Just as the interest can compound for you, those fees can also compound and eat at your returns. So my recommendation, even if you choose to work with a financial advisor, is to make sure that you learn everything you can about investing, so you can sit at the table and have the conversation and make sure you understand what you're invested in. Make sure that they are doing the best thing for you and your money, because sometimes they don't, okay? Just to be super freaking blunt, sometimes they don't. There are commissions involved, there are trailing fees involved, and sometimes a financial advisor can be financially motivated to recommend one investment over another. So make sure that you understand that. At the end of the day, a lot of these financial advisors, even though some of them are probably very well-meaning, they're salespeople for the institutions that they work for, okay? Anyways, I went on a little bit of a tangent there, but anyway, so we need to pick a brokerage, all right? Then we need to open an account. We want to be opening a tax-sheltered account when and where possible, because taxes are probably the biggest expense that you will ever have in your life. And I know a lot of us probably think it's like our car or our house or whatever, but no, taxes are the biggest expense you will ever have. So if you have the ability to use a tax-sheltered account and save money on taxes, do it. In the US, this looks like an IRA or a 401k or a Roth IRA or whatever, 403b if you're a teacher. In Canada, that's a TFSA or an RRSP, okay? Then we're going to, so we have the brokerage, we've opened our account, then we're gonna transfer some money in, okay? We're gonna put money into the account, but we are not done yet, because then we have to choose our investments. And this is a mistake that I see so many people make, okay? Where they're like, Nicole, I'm doing so good. I opened up my IRA or I opened up my TFSA and I've been like depositing money in it, but it like hasn't grown and I'm so confused. And we find out that they actually haven't chosen their investments, okay? Just putting your money into the account is not enough. You cannot just put your money into your 401k or your IRA or your RSP or your TFSA. You cannot just put the money in and just leave it there. You gotta put it in, then you gotta choose what you're gonna buy with that money, okay? This account just gives you access to buy investments. So you put the money in, then you gotta buy the investments afterwards. So in terms of what to buy, personally, I like ETFs. Like I said, automatic diversification. An ETF is basically a basket of stocks. We talk more about this in our freebie, the 30 days to 100K challenge. So again, if you guys have not taken that, highly recommend it. You can sign up for it on the freebies page. It's linked in our TikTok right now and our Instagram, and I can post it here on Facebook afterwards as well. But I think that is all we're gonna do for today, because I think you guys all want to get back to your 4th of July celebrations. So it has been incredible having you guys here for Mega Money Mondays. Remember, sign up for the freebies, turn on post notifications for stories and for our posts on Instagram. Watch our TikToks, because we are going to be announcing our newest freebie in a couple of weeks and our newest program, and they're gonna be freaking life-changing, and I haven't seen anything like this, and they're just incredible. And you guys, you don't want to miss this, okay? So love you all. I'm going to end the live here. Bye guys.